All right, let's change attention now and talk about the federal government presenting a certificate of registration to Konwa against the backdrop of unreconciled differences with the Academic Staff Union of Universities, Asuu. The federal government will today present a certificate of registration to the Congress of Nigerian Universities Academics, Konwa, a breakaway faction of the Lecturers Union. With the presentation of Certificate of Registration to Konwa, the federal government has strategically broken the ranks of the unrelenting Asuu. Minister of Labor and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, was expected to do the presentation, and according to an invitation made available to newsmen by the Deputy Director of Press and Public Relations, Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment, Oshundun Olajide. Well, let's look at all of the issues surrounding this registration or presentation of certificate of registration to Konwa. And we have joining us political technocrat Dr. Dayo Kayode. Thank you for joining us, Dr. D. Good morning.
Yes, it's my pleasure joining you. Good morning, Honorable Samson. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. Good morning.
A lot of controversies have been brewing as regards this faction of Asuu. We know that they broke out of Asuu itself, that's Konwa. But now the federal government has gone out. A lot of experts have said that this is a system of divide and rule that the federal government has deployed. But some have also commended the federal government for taking the step as a way to break the ranks of Asuu, looking at the fact that they keep going on incessant industrial actions. What's your take on this?
Yes, Honorable, I'm going to start my position this morning by saying this to common adage within our society and our lands. Number one, a house divided against itself cannot stand and will never stand. Secondly, things fall apart, the center will never hold. How am I saying this? Look at a series of problems we have been facing in this country. For instance, I would have been in your studio this morning if not because of lack of fuel. Apart from lack of fuel, there have been a lot of economic degeneration being experienced by the people. And if you can reel back to most of my positions on your program, where you will see that apart from the government, I always blame the people. That not until a people come together to get themselves emancipated, they will perpetually remain emancipated. And that is exactly what the lecturers in the universities are facing now. Listen, in those days, when you were having a formidable Asuu with quality leadership, when Asuu sneezes, the whole country will catch cold. Alright? At that time, the leadership, very focused, followership, very focused. Alright? Unlike now, we now have a situation whereby some people within Asuu are now more concerned about self. And that is exactly what is happening to our elite. Only in Asuu. I was contributing to a discussion on, I think, Facebook of the Olake last night. I appreciate that. Epistemological experts. The so-called educated elite are stark betrayed. You know why? Because our education, the so-called education we are talking about, has been changed away from knowing what I call our rights, duties, and obligations. If you go to better places like in Europe, America, all that, go and study their educational curriculum. You will see how it's being spread across all societal issues. Know your rights, know your obligations, know the society, and then knowing how to make your environment work for you. We know, and here, when we talk about ABCD to E, then we talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to whatever tree you want to read it to. We don't talk about ours. We don't talk about descriptive analysis. Talk less of knowing the multiplier effect of people's action.
Dr. D, we have seen the endless and seemingly
now, let's say the second. As is now, Asuu is supposed to be working with all the political parties. That if we vote for you, these are our demands and expectations. Are they doing it? No. These are issues.
Yes, but we've seen these issues and unending, seemingly unresolvable challenges between the federal government and Asuu, which has been going on, and they have talked about the federal government not honoring the MOU signed with Asuu. But this approach of the federal government going to register or certify another union that broke out of Asuu, is that the way to go? Would that resolve the unending crisis? Would that stop the union from going on the industrial actions that they've continued to embark on?
Yeah, let me also answer you by saying as regards unity of Ibadan, that is unity of Ibadan. People will say Ibadan might do also. Níbi olè tí ń gbé jàre oorun, I will explain. That is where it's a place where the thief is being seen as being right for stealing your property. That is when the war, somebody will balance, alágbá ni wọ́ bẹ̀. When the war is not cracked, inside will not be able to enter. So why would you not blame the federal government? The federal government want to remain the federal government. The federal government want to be just control. It is news that will say no. If our demand. But when you cannot speak in unity, and federal government has seen that division, what do you expect them to do? I'm not going to blame the federal government for this. They are doing the right thing. Because government is about control. Politics is about control.
But what's the point of having several unions when you know that in the end the unions will come out with different grievances and demands that you would not be able to meet?
Let them continue that way. That is what Asuu different. I told you before now, when Asuu sees this, your country has gone. What I'm saying is the demands of Asuu leadership has been divided over the time. There is no unity again. This one is looking for position. Now it's also looking for position. It's not like the way it's happening in the churches. You will see that Asuu will come to churches whereby you have a proliferation of many churches. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Why is because everybody wants to be the leader. Nobody wants to be under one person. And that is exactly what is happening now. And if Asuu is not careful, at the end of the day, Asuu will be the one that will spoil the educational system in Nigeria. And people will not put it on government.
Dr. D, let me come in here, please. You said earlier that their demands are not the right ones, that they should, have some sort of agreement with presidential candidates on what they expect for from such candidates when they come to office, itemize them, and there should be like some sort of MOU to that effect. Am I right? Was that what you said earlier?
Sure.
Okay, fine.
Have you not seen
I'm coming. I'll get your thoughts, please.
Economic captains of Nigeria.
Okay.
Meetings with various presidential candidates. Have you not seen manufacturer association?
We've seen that.
Where is Asuu there?
I just needed to ascertain that was exactly what you said and meant, so that I do not, Fine. Okay, but here's the thing. We know quite well that it's one thing to say something when it comes to, campaigns and politics and all of that, the politicking. It's another thing when in governance. Now, if Asuu decides to toe that line of yours in terms of, having an agreement, presidential candidates should meet with the education bodies or unions rather, before academic unions now, before, they get into office. When they get into office, and they come up with the regular excuse of, oh, there are no funds to be able to pay for now and all of that. How do you think Asuu should go about it? Because at the end of the day, they will still end up with the MOUs that were signed before the government came into office, and that doesn't change anything. We've seen several MOUs signed in time past.
Listen, Samson.
Okay.
There are consequences of not doing something when you are signing a MOU.
Yes.
There was the time I was there with you guys, and I broke it down why Asuu have not been enjoying some of their community.
Yes.
Okay. Now the issue is this: governance. Governance.
Yes.
And democratic deliverables. It's changing now. It's changing now in this country. Before now.
Yes.
Before now. Have you ever seen politicians going to have round table meetings with various professionals?
What?
Never been happening.
When you say various professionals, who? Let me cut in there, sorry. When you say various professionals, who are the professionals? That those who tell you that these politicians have not met with... I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming now. You will definitely have the floor, please.
Relax now. I'm explaining something to you.
Okay.
You are cutting it off.
Okay.
Something my thoughts. Relax.
It's all right.
When I'm talking of professional,
Okay.
NDA, NMA,
Okay.
the economic group.
Capitalist, you meant?
Presidential candidate going to meet with them. Go with Jonathan. You have been seeing them, which has not been happening before. Alright? Now
Okay.
the issue is this. Democracy has moved up to this. The question can put is, where has been Asuu in all of this? I have never seen either Atiku or Tinubu or Obi or Kwamando or any of them having meetings with Asuu the way they have been having meetings with other professionals. I have never. Now, the problem is this. Even as it is,
Yes.
Asuu doesn't have that strong temerity they used to have in the past.
Okay.
They have allowed infiltration of external forces into their fold. And to that extent, a house divided against itself will not stand. And that is where Asuu is now. The Konua
Yes.
that was registered.
Yes.
If the government did not see that gap in between membership of
Okay.
Asuu, it all have happened. The same government that saw that lacuna in NLC the other time Move into it. Move into it. And they register another one. Remember now, I think about 5 years ago.
Yes, I do.
Ajero and Wabara.
Mm-hmm.
And the roles that Oshiomhole played.
Yes.
So we all know it. So why can't the people, when I say the people, including Asuu, learn from history, and then learn from outsiders.
Okay.
So that this our democracy can be strengthened. What is happening with university lecturers? I can't say absolutely now because they are divided. With university lecturers, it's not going to hurt our democracy.
Okay.
And it's a bakery. That is the place that is supposed to be the citadel of education, which is supposed to be the leading funds.
Okay.
Look at where they are. Look at where they are. Because, unfortunately, people are not ready to come together as one front.
Okay, how much of an impact do you think these meetings would have in terms of reviving that sector? Talking about the education sector now, you talked about presidential candidates now meeting with certain professional bodies like your NMA, NBA. How do you think that would also impact education? Because for those meetings with the capitalists, we quite understand the place of the economy and making economic policies in that regard. But for example, the health sector, the meeting with the NMA, that's Nigerian Medical Association, that body, how well do you think it will impact on that health sector? I'm saying that because if you are insisting that they should have roundtable discussions and come to an understanding, an agreement on certain things with university bodies or lecturers now, how much of an impact will it have on the education sector?